Hi there, this is a tutorial about how to make a reflection effect or a mirror effect if you want. Um, I have this pre-made logo with a front shield and a bottom shield, and the bottom shield is a shadow kind of effect uh, made by using filter, blur and Gaussian blur around 4 pixels, and then I think over 8 pixels, not 4 pixels, and then just click OK and give it a color overlay in a Dotty's color, and then you'll have this effect. I like it more than if you double click here and just choose the regular shadow effect. I don't like that. It gets too dominant, I think, and in this way it's very nice. So but this is my basic logo, and what we do now is that we remove the white background and remove the bottom shield, and then we simply right click and duplicate the front shield layer. When that is done, I will remove the front shield copy layer below the front shield and the bottom shield layer. Then I will put on the bottom shield again. I will hold control and click on front shield too. Then both layers are activated, and you can start moving them at a time, one at a time. Sorry, not one at a time, both at the same time. Up there. Beware not to go outside the area, because the bottom shield layer could perhaps be kind of cut if you go too far up, and it won't look nice in the end. So beware not to go out of the area. Then go back to the front shield copy, and then over in Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. And when you flip vertical, you simply take it downwards, and something like that, I think. That can be adjusted later on where exactly it should be. Then you double click the front shield copy layer and go to gradient overlay. Click on the gradient overlay up here, and then you have this. It's a standard. Click that, and you simply choose white. Sorry. And you go over here and you simply click white again. When that is done, you start to move the white upwards, and you take the black up here upwards too, forward. You can see it's getting white at the bottom. I don't think it's quite enough. I think it is now. And that's okay. Then to see what you're doing, put on the background again. Now you can see it's off down there, and you have this, and I don't know, perhaps you can do something like that, put it in between. Yeah, you can do that. I would do that, put the front shield cover between the bottom shield and the front shield, and that way you won't get the shadow above the bottom shield. You would get the bottom shield behind, and that gives a better effect, in my opinion. Double click the layer front shield copy, and then go to opacity and lower it. And this is pretty much how you make a reflection. Of course, if the picture in here had a letter or a picture or something, then it would have been merged into this logo, and then when you copied the front shield copy layer, when you copied the front shield into the front shield copy layer, then your picture would have been on and would have been able to spot it in the reflection. But this is pretty much how to do it. Then you can make a kind of shadow kind of thing below your logo, and that you can do like this. Go to your shape tools. Sometimes it will react. Then click the circle up here and make it so you think that fits. I think this one fits, and I will put something like this. I think, yeah. You see, it's black right now. I don't like the all black color, so I'll give it some black grays color, and then I'll go to filter. I love filter, especially blur and Gaussian blur. But you can also use the shape blur. It's not the same, but it's kind of the same. Um, then it's a radius 10 pixels and click OK. Then you go up to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, 4 pixels, OK. Up once again, blur, Gaussian blur, pixels, OK. Around 3-4 times all. It's all up to you how much you want to do it. And then you change the opacity to something like this, perhaps even a bit less. This thing doesn't have to be very dominant at all. It could be 9. You can choose it or not, and you can, if you don't like it, that's this way. You can make it a bit more dominant and simply remove the reflection. And then you have a nice thing going here, I would say. But of course, if you have the reflection on, you also then you perhaps ought to do something like this to make the shadow go outside the reflection. It seems more real that way. So that's how to give it an extra effect. Some like it, some don't, and that's how it is. Then you can also make a kind of 3D effect. Um, remove the shadow, remove the reflection, remove the bottom shield, the shadow layer, move that, click the front shield layer, move it a bit downwards, left click at the left top corner, and then right click. Then you have this little options, and click on distort. Move the left corner a bit downwards, move the right corner a bit upwards. Perhaps a bit out there. Perhaps this a bit down. Let's go a bit up, something like that. Then you have your, or just move it a bit. And then you right click on the layer and duplicate it. And then you take the lowest of these 2 layers, click it. You left double click it and go to gradient overlay. And you just give it a kind of overlay you think that fits in the color. And then push shift and arrow right. I think it's around there, isn't it? And then you have a 3D logo. I don't know about the bottom shadow here. It could be used again. Perhaps it can, perhaps it cannot. I guess it can. And then you have a 3D logo. To give the thing a bit of depth, you can take the front shield you have here, front shield copy 2, and right click it, duplicate layer, and yes, I think you know what I'm gonna do. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, give it around 6 pixels. Wow, 4, I think 4 is enough. fast enough, and then of course move the front shield copy 3 layer below the front shield copy 2 layer, and then I will left double click, go to a color overlay, and give it a doggies color, but in the blue area. And if I want, I could copy this, duplicate layer, and take the front shield copy 4 layer and put it behind the front shield layer here, and then suddenly move it behind there to give that a bit of depth too. That's it. You have your 3D kind of logo now.